Margate assistant manager Ben Greenhalgh after Margate's 2-0 win against Corinthian Casuals. Ben, it took some time, but a vital 3 points.
Very good 3 points. I think that was our target from Thursday night session and what we've been saying all week. Like, this was a minimum 3 points. From an outside point of view, we've done that. But if I'm honest, we've got a lot more to give. I think we gave about 60 minutes out of 90 minutes a really good performance, but the other 30 just needs touching up on. And there's certain reasons for that, but I said to them before in the change room, I think the biggest thing now is we're no longer in that sort of transitional phase. We now look like we're nearly there. And there's going to be moments in the game, because we're still that brand new squad. There's going to be moments in the game where things don't click and things don't work, but we're starting to grind things out. When it's going wrong, we're not letting in goals anymore. So I think it's a massive positive, and like I said, we've got a lot more to give.
And you touched on it there, the opening half an hour was actually really difficult. Corinthian Casuals had a few chances themselves, but is that testament to the squad we got now that actually we dug in and we didn't concede when maybe in the past we might have?
Yeah, I think when you look at our last 2 or 3 games, they've been against opponents where we've probably been the underdog through what's happened this season. I don't think anything else alone. I think we've matched all performances, and I think there should have been 3 draws. So I think this was the first game when we were quite clearly the favourites, and it was a game where we needed to take it to them. And where we haven't done that for a few weeks, maybe that sort of played in our minds a little bit, where we've become a bit more expansive and we kept possession really well. And then suddenly, as soon as we lost the ball, we were a little bit more open. So I think that's something that we'll look back on, and we'll be glad that we managed to deal with it when we did lose the ball. But it's something we'll look back on and we'll try and tidy up on. And I do think the last 30 minutes, I thought we were absolutely solid.
And in terms of momentum in football, see a point last Saturday at Enfield, 3 today, go to Potter's Bar. But how important is it now to think about next season in terms of momentum and finishing this season as strong as we can to give us that boost going into next season?
What me and Reece have done from the beginning was treat it like it's as long term as possible. So the players we have brought in haven't been a quick fix. We could have brought loanies in that are only going to be here for a month and things. Every player we've brought in, we want here for next season. So we're not far off it. And if I'm being honest, and we've said this so many times, when you have a pre-season, you have 6-7 weeks to work with each other. Our 6-7 weeks we've just had have been in a battle, and we were technically in a relegation battle. I'm not going to be naive enough to say we're completely out of it, but we've managed to work hard together and work our way out of it in what should have been a pre-season phase.
We've still got 10 league games to go, and we're 12 points clear from the drop. I know you said you won't say we're safe, but with 3 points Tuesday night at Potter's Bar, almost guaranteed safety.
Everyone says in this league 40 points is safety, so you have to go along those lines and deal with that. But again, like, we're not going to be as naive to say once we've got the 40 points we'll take our foot off the pedal. It's not going to happen at the moment. We need to keep kicking on. And for the fans that remember, I think we've really transformed performance, even some from last season with away ones. And I speak to Jay all the time. Jay will admit last year we weren't great away. Very good performance at home, but away we dropped a few too many points and put in too many poor performances. And I think if you look at Enfield last week, we went there last year and lost 4-0 with a strong squad. Obviously Jay as manager and things, so everything looked like it should have worked. And this year we've gone there and we've gone a little bit more solid, a bit more compact, and we've proven that we can battle in those games. So last year again we went to Potter's Bar away on a Tuesday night, and I think we lost the game 2-0, and it was a pretty poor game. So we've got to show everyone that we have sort of transformed a little bit and improved.
And one of the players you brought in, obviously Ruben, got the first this afternoon, his first goal for the club as well. Fantastically set up by obviously man of the match Harrison Hatfull, who again you also brought back to the club. So that's worked perfectly, hasn't it?
We'll mention the throw before as well, the quick throw that got in. No. Yeah, Harrison's done really well. It's obviously it was difficult because he had to work his way back into the team, and Freddie had been doing brilliantly as well defensively. So it was one of them where Taylor was struggling and Harrison and Freddie were both playing a bit out of position, and I think Harrison really kicked it on a gear was the Cray Valley game, where obviously we should have had that bit more quality, and we did. And then last 3 games we've sort of looked a bit more solid in that partnership again. Like myself and Harrison spoke to Harrison in pre-season about making sure he stayed and working with me and him down the right, because it works well with me coming in and being very attacking. He'll probably get more crosses in than me, and then my objective is to go in and get in the box and score the goals. So it's definitely working that partnership again. And I think as well, we're actually working well in the transitional phase of actually changing formation, because there's some games when we go away we've been 3-5-2. So again, it's a different role for Taylor, Harrison and Freddie as fullbacks, and I think we're really clicking and really understanding and taking all the advice that we're given.
And just finally, Sam got the second goal with a fantastic free kick, hit the bar. Rumours are that it crossed the line before, but I'm not sure.
No,
But a goal for Sam Blackman as well. It's almost been the perfect afternoon, hasn't it?
It has, and we've missed Blackie in the middle, just because he just brings that experience. He does the right things on the ball, other than when he gave it to the left winger and nearly put him in today. But no, we've missed him a lot, and just having that experience and that extra understanding of organising the midfield. It's clearly why we've gone and got 3 points today. Not the only reason. Like we said, Ruben's come in and everybody else has had good performances, but he does that well. We got a few goals from it last season of me whipping it to him at the near post. He makes them late runs and he gets in the box, and it was good to. I think we deserved the 2-0 today. I know we had a few bad spells where they could have maybe scored, but I think we deserved the 2-0. It looks better on paper. It's a good 3 points, and we can really kick on now.
That's brilliant. Thanks for your time, Ben. Well done
Cheers,
today.
Thank you.